Call now and let United Healthcare help you find a plan that could give you the benefits you're looking for, like an AARP Medicare Complete plan insured through United Healthcare. It can combine Medicare Parts A and B with prescription drug coverage and more, like preferred generic drugs for a $0 copay, all in one simple plan for a $0 monthly premium, no more than what you already pay for Part B. If you live in these Florida counties, these Medicare Advantage plans offer you primary care doctor visits for a $0 copay, routine vision, dental, and hearing coverage, and access to Pharmacy Saver with prescriptions as low as $2 at pharmacies and retail locations like these. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Call United Healthcare now and see if an AARP Medicare Complete plan is right for you.
We're outraged. This is a disgrace.
Widespread frustration for Lee County voters.
It doesn't matter how quickly you vote, you have to stand in line to scan.
They should not have reduced the precincts here.
The long ballot, the rain, the broken equipment.
It was well worth it until I didn't get to scan my vote, so that kind of left me with a sour taste.
The wait as long as 5 hours in some precincts. Our reporters are live across Lee County investigating problems on the most important night for America's future.
It seems like common sense that you should be able to move one machine over when there's no line for the other precinct.
Somebody can't count, but that's normal with government. Nobody counts right.
Thousands of Lee County voters are frustrated tonight, as you're hearing, and many are still in line right now, waiting for hours just to cast their ballot. Good evening, I'm Kelly Burns.
And I'm Peter Bush. Our newsroom has been flooded all day with phone calls and emails from people who want to share their stories. The biggest problem in most cases, the fact that there's only one ballot scanner to process your vote.
And the long ballot, of course, is also a problem. 4 pages, and it's jamming up some of those scanning machines. Our crews are scattered throughout Lee County, where wait times are up to 6 hours now in some places.
We began our live coverage tonight with NBC2's Steve Campen. He's at one of the busiest precincts in the Cape. Steve?
Peter, hundreds of people continue to wait here at Precinct 94 outside Vineyard Community Church in downtown Cape Coral. Take a live look. Some of these people have waited upwards of 6 hours to cast their ballot. These people have asked all day for election staff to bring in another scanner. Just moments ago, we saw election staff roll in just one additional scanner. Up until that point, the line was crawling at a snail's pace. Tonight, throughout the day, paramedics even rolled voters out of the ballot boxes, but not before they were able to cast a vote. In other parts of the city, jammed scanners left people waiting in similar long lines. They tell us it's been a voting nightmare and fear far too many people may have walked away without having a say in Decision 2012.
Very angry, just frustrated, not understanding why it was taking so long.
Let's hope that my vote really counted like I thought it was this morning when I got out of bed.
But I don't think you see it happen again, because if it does, I don't think there'll be anybody voting.
We've been waiting 4 years for this day to end up like this day.
Not happy?
No, I'm not happy at all. Not happy at all.
Back out here live again, another scanner has finally been delivered here, but the rate this line has been going, these people tell me they're in it for the long haul as night falls here in Cape Coral. We're live in downtown Cape Coral. Steve Campion, NBC2.
Same situation in South Fort Myers right now. The line is growing as people get out of work, people going, hoping to vote and waiting for hours. NBC2's Joelle Parks is live at Ruttenberg Park. This is off Cypress Lake Drive, and Joelle, you had a long line behind you at 5 o'clock, and that line still looks long.
Yeah, Kelly, the sun has set here in South Fort Myers, but this line is definitely growing. A lot of people telling me that as they're coming back, they were here earlier. They just couldn't get away from work long enough to vote, but now they're here and the wait is going to be even longer. Take a look at all of these people who are waiting in line. The line is so long that it actually runs out of room at the end, and people are doubling up in order to fit here. They're trying to find anything they can do to pass the time, reading books, bringing games. Actually, people here are generally in a good mood despite this long wait. Now, the long wait all because here at Ruttenberg there is one scanner, and they have instituted a one-in, one-out policy. So it is taking people a long time to get in those doors, and then once they get in, obviously the scanner is jamming, so it is taking them a long time to get out as well. Now, Here's what one voter had to say when I asked her how long she's been voting and if she's ever seen a line this long.
Oh, heavens no, never. Never. It's too bad because everybody wants to vote, and who wants to wait this long?
Well, they're just sitting in there with just this one little scanner, and I think they need more. They said that the cutoff was 3,300.
Now, this location does have the one scanner, as I did mention. In order to have two scanners, you have to have more than 35 registered voters in the precinct. This precinct has 33 registered voters, but with a line this long and so many people leaving and taking so long to actually get in, so far only 640 people have voted today. Reporting live in South Fort Myers, Joelle Parks, NBC2.
Joelle, thank you. Now let's get straight to NBC2's Jennifer Trammell. She's live in North Fort Myers at the Herons Glen community. And Jen, we're hearing still 4.5 hours to wait there. Is that right?
Peter, the people who are coming out right now tell me they waited in line 5 hours just to cast their ballot. But keep in mind, when they got in line, the line was back at the pillars here behind me. And right now, that line stretches far beyond that point.
Those people now, they're probably 6-7 hours out because we've been in there 4 hours and 50 minutes. Coming up on 5 hours.
The wait was long, but it was well worth it. It's democracy at its finest.
It's very frustrating and aggravating. Although I have to give these people credit. For the most part, they were in very good humor and joking around. I said, we've all been together so long, we're on each other's Christmas. Very frustrating and aggravating. Although I have to give these people credit. For the most part, they were in very good humor and joking around. I said, we've all been together so long, we're on each other's Christmas lists.
Hey, you got to make a joke of it. Everybody's been waiting here for quite a while. One of the problems inside, there's only one scanner, like we've heard about at so many precincts today. So there's a backlog there. Now, we've been told it takes about 45 seconds to 1 minute to scan your ballot through. But one man told me based on his math, they're really only scanning about 40 ballots per hour, hence the long line out here. And people are just trying to make a good time of it now. They came back several times today. Many of the people live in the community. They drive their golf carts over, hoping for a shorter line. Well, now they've come back with sandwiches and cocktails. They're going to be here for quite a few hours tonight. Live in North Fort Myers, Jennifer Trammell, NBC2.
And I have a feeling we will be here for quite a few hours as well. Viewers have been sending pictures to our newsroom and our Facebook page, as you can imagine, giving us a first-hand look at their election experience. NBC2 anchor Heather Turco has been going through some of the most recent pictures. And Heather, long lines everywhere, huh?
That seems to be the theme, Kelly, today. I mean, social media is so neat because everybody does have a story, as you heard Jen talk about. People are asking today, where did you go to vote? How long did it take you? And a lot of those people, of course, are still standing in line. Take a look here on our website here. We've got some photos of the lines that we've been seeing. A lot of folks standing at the different precincts with their umbrellas. This is precinct 202 down at North Naples. Precinct 118, First Church of the Nazarene in Fort Myers. And you see, you're not alone. I wonder if people around the precinct are saying, is every precinct this bad? Lee County, it was pretty rough going today. Taking a look again, line after line after line. We caught up with the governor. You see him, Rick Scott, voting this morning around 7 o'clock. He waited just about 40 minutes. They were the lucky ones, those folks. I want to take you over to our Facebook page now, if I can, and show you that we have posted a question because of the theme that we've been talking about in the long waits. Our question, I'm going to pull this right over here, is how long did it take you to vote today? That's what we want to know. So we're asking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've heard even 6 hours. Isn't that crazy? Again, count yourself lucky if you chose to participate in early voting. You were the smart one, or you got out there early today, or absentee even. What were we thinking waiting till Election Day? My goodness. I'm going to remind our viewers, too, if you want to share your stories, go ahead and tell us how long it took you to vote today. Send your pictures in as well. You can do that on our website, NBC2.com. That's see, shoot, send. And again, check in on Facebook. Peter, Callie?
Thank you, Heather. Well, the long lines do seem to be isolated to Lee County.
Yeah, we had crews in Charlotte and Collier County today, and everything seemed to be running smoothly.
I was in and out within 10 minutes.
And I just got out in probably about 25 minutes. It was very easy.
I'm very happy I didn't
vote early because most of my friends who voted early had to wait between 1 and 2 hours.
Election officials in Collier County have not experienced any major problems. They say they deployed every piece of equipment they have for this election, which is something they don't usually do. In Charlotte County, a similar story. No long lines to report.
We want to give you a sneak peek at what you'll be seeing on our air tonight. Starting at 7:25, NBC2 will be cutting into programming at 25 and 55 past the hour for updates on local races. We'll do that right up until 11 o'clock. Here's a graphic you'll see a lot tonight. It shows the race for president. You see the precincts reporting on the top right and the percentage for each candidate next to their picture. And on the bottom, we'll have a running scroll showing other important races throughout the night.
And another big race we're covering tonight is Florida's U.S. Senate seat. Of course, Democratic challenger Connie Mack trying to take the seat from incumbent Bill Nelson. We have crews at both campaign parties. Chief political correspondent Chad Oliver is at Nelson's party in Orlando tonight, and we have Lindsay Logue as well, who is live at the Hyatt Coconut Point in Lee County. Let's go out to Chad right now.
I'm inside the Embassy Suites where later tonight Senator Bill Nelson hopes to give a victory speech at the podium behind me. The senator has kept a low profile today. He voted early, and I'm told he's watching returns come in tonight with his family here in Orlando. Polling shows the senator enters Election Day with a lead, but of course the campaign knows the only number that matters is that final tally later tonight. Moments ago, his campaign spokesperson laid out what they see as the winning strategy.
The people in Florida have really seen the message of being a moderate centrist that Bill Nelson has brought to the table. He works across the aisles to solve problems and really is trying to help rebuild and expand the middle class, create good Florida jobs, and protect our social safety net.
Democrats hold a slim majority in the U.S. Senate. To keep that majority, the party is banking on Senator Bill Nelson holding his seat here in the state of Florida. Some family matters at play tonight. Back in 2000, when Bill Nelson won the Senate seat, he took over the seat formerly occupied by Connie Mack III, Connie Mack's father. Win or lose, we will have Bill Nelson's reaction later tonight. Reporting in Orlando, Chad Oliver, NBC2 News.
Now let's get to Connie Mack's campaign party. NBC2 anchor Lindsay Logue is live at the Hyatt at Coconut Point in Lee County. Lindsay, good evening.
Peter, Connie Mack already here tonight. His tour bus is right out front of the Hyatt at Coconut Point. We got a glimpse of that today. A lot of his campaign people running around here. Behind me, media setup still going on, as well as getting ready for this election party tonight. You know, this has been a battle ever since Connie Mack announced that he was running for U.S. Senate, running for Senator Bill Nelson's seat and the seat once held by Connie Mack's father, Connie Mack IV. Mack wrapping up his statewide bus tour on Monday, making stops in Cape Coral and Naples. And despite Mack's campaign and Republican-backed super PAC spending millions of dollars on attack ads against Nelson, a recent poll that my colleague Chad Oliver just mentioned out on Monday shows Mack trailing by 6 points. Mack, however, says the polls are wrong. The only poll tonight will be the official election results. We will be watching those here live from the Hyatt Coconut Point. Doors open to guests at 7 o'clock. Live in Estero, Lindsay Logue, NBC2.
Thank you, Lindsay. Now, we went to Lee County Supervisor of Elections Sharon Harrington today looking for answers about those long voting lines. She blames it on the long ballot and says many voters are putting the 4-page ballot into the scanners all at once instead of 1 page at a time.
It's a small price to pay for the privilege of being able to vote every 4 years. I mean, it's not like we're asking them to do this all the time. This is extremely, extremely unusual. We planned for what we thought we were going to need, and with that long ballot, it is just creating havoc everywhere.
At last check, Harrington and a canvassing board were going over mail-in ballots, and they told us that 200 votes would not count because they weren't signed. Now they're going to go through to check for duplicates.
Our special election coverage is just getting started tonight. We will be on air every half hour with a scroll showing the results at the bottom of your screen. And remember, Decision 2012 is always on our website, NBC2.com.
Breaking news right now. This is a live look at I-75 at Daniels. All lanes of I-75 in Fort Myers are shut down from Daniels Parkway to Alico after a truck hit the Daniels overpass. Here's some brand new information we just got from FHP. Traffic traveling north will be diverted at Alico. traveling south will be diverted at Colonial. Again, I-75 at Daniels shut down in both directions.
All new at 6, it is the must-see investigation. A Southwest Florida couple claiming their autistic son's teacher made fun of their family in class. They say they have proof. In a special NBC2 investigation, the secret recordings and why they might not stick in court. And you are looking live right now at voters waiting in long lines. This is Cape Coral, just one of many polling places in Lee County where the lines are hours long.
Well, I do have some good news for the voters still in line in Lee County and elsewhere. Looks like the rain from earlier today is gone, and we don't have any rain showers to track right now, and I don't anticipate much at all for the rest of the evening. So there's the good news. We do have some more good news about how cool it's going to get coming up.
Sponsored in part by Clive Daniel Home, Southwest Florida's new home-style destination. Clive Daniel Home, now open in Naples.
Waterman Broadcasting is currently seeking a promotions producer. Send cover letter and resume DVD to Mary Cervinka, Human Resources. This has been Job Spot.
This week at Recreational Warehouse, high-efficiency heat pump pool heaters from just $15.95 with 0% interest, 6 months, same as cash financing. Recreational Warehouse, Fort Myers and Naples.
The best thing about Florida is Dr. Flaherty. So I plan my vacations down here to line up with when I need my Botox. I have total confidence in Dr. Flaherty.
Real people, real faces. Faces by Flaherty.
There's no single item you use every day more than your mattress. With over 80 mattresses at 10 to 20% below market sale prices, you'll get a comfortable mattress at a great deal from experts who are great to deal with. City Mattress, real savings every day.
Your right to choose is precious. And for months now, others have tried to influence your decision. But at Sam Galloway Ford, your best choice is clear. We've been in business for over 85 years, and we only deal in the best. Ford, a car company that never took a handout or government bailout. And who is it that can get you a great deal on a new Ford? Sam can. Sam Galloway Ford, 1800 Boy Scout Drive, Fort Myers.
See the world's best female golfers as the LPGA returns to Naples for the CME Group title holders November 15th through the 18th at Twin Eagles Club. Get your tickets today at CMEGroupTitleHolders.com.
Since 1949, Pavis Law Firm has served the legal needs of people, families, and businesses in Southwest Florida. I'm attorney Steve Hartzell. Let our attorneys in Fort Myers and Cape Coral serve you.
There's no more treasured gift than your vision. Put your sight in the hands of the area's most trusted craftsmen. Eye Centers of Florida, pioneers in the field of total eye care. Dr. David C. Brown and his highly skilled team of experts provide the latest in advanced vision correction. When you need the skilled hands and eyes of the very best, see the Eye Centers of Florida team and Dr. David C. Brown. Visit ECOF.com for the location nearest you.
Get a personalized forecast just for you. Sign up at NBC2.com today and start getting daily emails and alerts. Your First Alert forecast is sponsored by City Furniture. Same-day delivery and no interest for 18 months right now at the holiday sale. Now, count on NBC2 First Alert meteorologist Robert Van Winkle's forecast. The most accurate forecast in Southwest Florida.
All right, once again, we'll take a look at First Alert Doppler radar. As you know, the rain I promised you today came in earnest in the middle of the day. Most of it focused on Lee County. Right now, everything looks good. We do have some clouds overhead. It's not completely out of the question that a couple of sprinkles would pop up. I really don't think it's going to be bad, and I know a lot of folks are still going to be in line for a while longer. So the rainfall today, for the most part, is just about over, if not over altogether. If you look at the blues here, you can see places where our Doppler radar picked up on some rain on the order of 1/2 inch to 6/10 of an inch at Page Field, 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch on Sanibel, Pine Island, Cape Coral, out to Lehigh Acres. You see the bullet right there. This is where the heaviest rain fell. Little bits in Naples and also some rain up in Punta Gorda, Port Charlotte. So for the rest of the night, it looks fairly quiet. Our temperatures will be hovering around 70, as you can see right now at 68 in Fort Myers and 69 in Lehigh Acres. For the voters waiting in Cape Coral, temperatures about 70 degrees, so at least the weather is a little on the pleasant side right now. And we'll take a look into Collier, temperatures running at about 70 or less in Collier County. So the forecast tonight looks pretty good. It'll be variably cloudy through midnight and even into tomorrow morning, with the temperature slowly dropping into the 60s. Tomorrow morning, there's probably going to be a little fog out and about, especially in Lee County. So if you're commuting tomorrow morning nice and early, be ready for some patchy fog to last till maybe 8 o'clock or so before it starts to burn off. Satellite picture right now shows you there's the front I told you about yesterday, right through the state. Actually, the leading edge of the front is still up here, but we've got the clouds to the south of it. And as we look at the forecast for tomorrow, we're going to watch this front continue to move on by, but behind it, see up here, there's still some northwest winds to come and push a little moisture back into the area with some cloud cover. So I think tomorrow will still be a little on the cloudy side. This, of course, is going to be a storm up in the New England states, another nor'easter up there, just what they don't need tomorrow and Thursday. Might not be as bad as it looked like it was going to be a while ago. Cloudy skies tomorrow and 1 or 2 little sprinkles along the coast. I don't think a big deal with rain, but it's not out of the question that we get a little pop or two. It'll be breezy on Wednesday, northwest 15 to 20. And here's the cool weather, good news forecast for Thursday and Friday. Highs in the 70s and overnight lows in the 50s. It's going to be a really nice end to the week by Thursday, Friday, and into the weekend.
A Southwest Florida mom suspects her autistic son is being taunted at school.
So she took drastic measures, illegally recording his teachers in class. And tonight, NBC2 investigator Dave Elias asked, how far would you go to protect your child? Dave.
Well, these papers actually reveal an investigation by the Lee County School District after 2 teachers are secretly recorded and then accused of misconduct.
We take our children to school and pray that they're in a safe environment.
But comments made by Babe Cook's 10-year-old autistic son led her to believe otherwise.
We're pulling up to school and Christopher is crying. Please don't make me go. Please don't make me go.
So what comes after 50? The Cooks say Christopher's behavior was out of character. Very good. He loves school and schoolwork up until this past year.
We're trying to work with the teachers to find out why this is happening.
They say they got no answers, but plenty of clues something was wrong.
He also was developing these little nervous tics that we hadn't seen before.
Now, Steve and Babe Cook say they were desperate to find out what was going on inside the classroom. So they purchased this audio recorder. They stuck it inside their son's backpack and sent him to school. What they say they discovered when he returned home was disturbing.
Astonished, dismayed, appalled. He is demeaned. He is yelled at. He's berated.
They speak about, like I said, again, my Puerto Rican ethnicity in front of him.
Representatives of the district listened to the recording. Based on what they heard, they put a letter of caution into the teacher's file, warning her not to make comments regarding personal matters in the presence of students. Teacher Sharon Petties responded by saying she takes the letter seriously and will abide by its directives. But she also says she's concerned the district set a precedent by using the recording for disciplinary action. You see, Florida law prohibits secretly taping a private conversation without the other person's okay. So what the Cooks did could be illegal.
However, that is not an absolute right of privacy.
Attorney L.T. Lafferty says the situation is a gray area.
So that's the fundamental question, is whether or not the teacher had an expectation of privacy.
Babe Cook doesn't believe so and says she'd do the same thing again.
I don't care. I did what I had to defend my child, and I would do it again.
Now, the district did respond to us in writing, saying that it cannot ignore an employee misconduct situation regardless of how the evidence is obtained. Since the incident, the Cooks have moved Christopher into a private school, and they tell me that he is doing well.
Did you talk to the teachers union, Dave? What do they have to say?
Yeah, Kelly, the union's attorney tells me that much of the recording has been taken out of context, and it's now up to the teachers as to whether or not they want to pursue a case against the Cooks. Peter?
Dave, thank you. Incredible voter turnout in Collier County. Just got an email from NBC2's Gabby Fleischman. She reports that 80% of registered voters turned out to vote in Collier County, beating the 2008 record. I'm afraid the same mark might not be achieved in Lee County. Let's get back out to NBC2's Steve Campion. He's live in Cape Coral from one of the busiest polling locations in Southwest Florida tonight. And Steve, I mean, the line is 5-6 hours. Are people pulling up and just saying, look, I can't wait this long, and turning away?
Absolutely, Peter. People keep showing up to Precinct 94 by the minute outside here at Vineyard Community Church. Take a live look. But when they see the hundreds of people in line, unfortunately, like you said, people are turning away, choosing to give up a say in Decision 2012. They have waited in some cases almost 6 hours out here. This line wraps around this parking lot and is just slowly moving along. If you're thinking about voting, you need to be in line at your precinct by 7 p.m. If you are in line, you'll be allowed to vote. But I'll tell you, a lot of the people out here have been very vocal with us about their disgust with this voting process. We're live in Cape Coral. Steve Campion. We're watching NBC2 News at 6.
This news segment sponsored by the criminal defense law firm of Scott T. Morey. GoodPeopleDoGetArrested.com.
It's time for boating fun on the water again, Southwest Florida. The 40th annual Fort Myers Boat Show in downtown Fort Myers is November 8th through the 11th. Visit GoBoatingFlorida.com for complete details.
My animals are my pleasure. That's what I do. When my back originally went out, I couldn't do anything. I had to give up riding my horse. That was probably one of the most upsetting things to me, that and not being able to hold my nieces and nephews. After receiving the VAX-D treatment, I can ride my horse again. I can pick up my nieces and nephews. I can sit on the floor and play with them. I would recommend VAX-D and the Pain Institute to anybody and everybody who tells me they have back issues. From mild to, oh my gosh, I think I have to have surgery.
Bring the beauty of Lexington home for less during today's Home Furnishings Lexington Fall Sale, featuring rich, luxurious Lexington furniture at 50% off. But these savings won't last forever. Hurry, this is the one sale you can't afford to miss at today's Home Furnishing, Fort Myers and Naples.
If you have blurred vision, been told you have cataracts, or are interested in cataract surgery, please call me, Dr. Jeffrey Zim of All Saints Eye Center, and I'll personally examine your eyes and discuss with you the various options available, including the use of multifocal lenses. Of All Saints Eye Center, and I'll personally examine your eyes and discuss with you the various options available, including the use of multifocal lenses. Consultations can be arranged at any one of my 4 conveniently located offices in Naples and in Fort Myers. All Saints Eye Center, 20 years of excellence in eye care for Southwest Florida.
It's the grand opening of La Mesa RV Center in Fort Myers. Come celebrate with everyday low prices on a huge selection of pre-owned RVs from top manufacturers like Winnebago, Fleetwood, Monaco, and Tiffin. Plus, new motorhomes, trailers, and fifth wheels from these top manufacturers. RVers have put their trust in La Mesa RV since 1972. And now with our 12th location in Fort Myers, you will too. We're next to Kelly Tractor at Interstate 75 at Luckett Road, where you'll always find the right RV at the right price right now.
All new Grim, Friday at 9, 8 Central, here on NBC.
I want to go back to breaking news we're following in Lee County. Interstate 75 shut down right now. This is the overpass, and you can see Daniels Parkway underneath. There's been an accident and there's structural damage to the overpass. At least they think there might be. So they shut down the interstate. That is the overpass. You can see no traffic. Underneath, traffic on Daniels Parkway is moving. But they are asking you just to kind of avoid this area, Daniels and I-75 if possible, because it's a mess right now.
Talk about a mess. Voter lines in Lee County today, 6 hours. Reports of people waiting in line 6 hours to exercise their right to vote. Here's a picture right now, a live picture of Ruttenberg Park in South Fort Myers. We've had reporters bringing you stories like this all throughout the day. Cape Coral, North Fort Myers, South Fort Myers. If you're in line by 7 o'clock, you can stay and vote. even if it takes you till midnight. And we're sorry to tell you, folks, it might take you till midnight.
This is a live look at Cape Coral. So this is happening across Lee County. We're getting reports of long lines as well in Tampa and Miami. You have to wonder if this is going to affect the outcome of the election. Certainly, it's going to drag well into the night before we can make any kind of recommendations on local races or call any presidential or local races. So it's going to be a long night tonight, and these people might not get in to vote until midnight.
And that's the discouraging thing. I mean, some of the people are going to pull up, see this, and just say, I guess I'm not voting.
How many people decided not to vote because of that?
It's unfortunate.
I'm one of them.
And we talked to people. I know you were one of them.
I went to vote. I had my baby with me, and I couldn't wait 3 hours to vote, so I had to leave.
Most people can't, and that is so sad in an election of this consequence.
But I give people credit. It brings tears to your eyes, see people willing to wait in line for 4 hours to cast their vote in America. So that's pretty cool.
The good news is the weather is much better now and will stay that way for the rest of the night. The radar's looking quiet. I don't think we'll get rained on for the voters still waiting well after 7.
Our live coverage continues in 1 hour.
This news segment is sponsored by Twin Eagles. Live where the pros play. Visit twineagles.com.
Your right to choose is precious. And for months now, others have tried to influence your decision. But at Sam Galloway Ford, your best choice is clear. We've been in business for over 85 years, and we only deal in the best. Ford, a car company that never took a handout or government bailout. And who is it that can get you a great deal on a new Ford? Sam can. Sam Galloway Ford, 1800 Boy Scout Drive, Fort Myers.
People ask me all the time, what makes our better ingredients, better pizza, really better? Here at Papa John's, we're fanatics about quality. Nobody does what Papa John's does.
Get a large double bacon 6-cheese pizza with hickory smoked bacon and julienne cut Canadian bacon. Try one today, only $11. Or for just $1 more, choose any large pizza, even specialties. Plus, earn free pizza fast with Papa Rewards at papajohns.com.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Talk is cheap. Doing is not.
I want to pay a fair price for it.
I want to flip the switch and the lights go on.
At FPL, we never stop looking for ways to become more efficient. By investing in advanced power plants that use U.S.-produced natural gas, we've cut our dependence on foreign oil, and we've reduced our use of oil by 97%. So you can have the most reliable energy and the lowest bill in the state.
Because at FPL, reliable energy is affordable energy.
Discover how FPL is bringing you value at FPL.com.
Friday, an NBC2 undercover investigation. One airboat captain loses his hand, and a second is cited for illegally feeding alligators.
We don't want these tour boat operators to go out there and feed any wildlife.
But is that message clear? The NBC2 investigators go undercover to find out, and what we discover may surprise you.
They are feeding wildlife, but they're not doing it in a illegal manner.
Friday at 6. Decision 2012. And your vote will decide the next president. Only NBC2 has the election team you count on. Lindsay Logue and Chad Oliver. On the road with the candidates. Brian Williams anchors national coverage as Stacey Deffenbaugh breaks down the numbers here at home. From the anchors you trust, Brian Williams, Peter Bush, and Kelly Burns. NBC2's Decision 2012. Complete election coverage. Tonight on NBC2. Count on Lindsay Logue. Weeknights at 4 and 11.
On our broadcast here tonight from our NBC News election